Hey everybody, good morning.
Morning.
It is definitely morning. It's what, 50 degrees out?
Brisk.
Yeah, it's nice. I remember when I first got out here, this is the way it was.
Yeah, that's right. It was rainy too.
Oh yeah,
It
that's
was rainy
right.
for a month. You kept thinking, why is it raining so much in the desert?
That's true. That's very true.
And we haven't had rain since. That's not true.
No, we have monsoon.
Yeah, we had months.
Well, we have some comments to look over. So, what do we have? That's you.
That's me. So we don't need one. Somebody just wrote Ruger, 45 Packer.
Oh,
454 Packer.
454 Packer Ruger. Yes, we're talking about the last one we talked about. I talked about that the gun companies, how they treat you, and my experiences with certain ones. What else do we have here?
Whelp. Oh no, that's not Whelp. That's
No.
Lion Quest Fit. Sorry, I'm kind of new to the whole comments thing on the phone. Sorry, Lion Quest Fit. He says, you know you're a history geek when you start Googling pictures of World War II, 1911s to see the greenish tint. Yep. MP Gunther. I had some iffy experiences with Smith, but they always came through. Mr. Holster. Good experiences with Ruger and Kimber customer service. Crappy from S&W, but that's the old British owners. Wait, British?
British?
They owned
People?
S&W?
They owned S&W?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Huh.
Do you want to read the rest of these?
Yeah, what we got?
Good episode from Douglas.
Douglas Walther says, good episode, J.W. Oh, hey, look at this. Three Wolves, 4570. Where's he been?
I don't know.
He says, oh, here we go. He explains it. Didn't leave any comments last week, but I was there with you. As of this week again, great to see you and nice to hear someone else's experience with customer services. Yes. I was wondering where you were, Three Wolves, 4570. Evie Saint says, you're spot on about Colt. I had two old 1991s, Commander and the standard 5-inch, and they both had the greenish gray color to them. See, somebody, and I think, yeah, it was somebody else on the messages. It was on a different one. They explained why they were green. It was because, and it was the parkerizing, the type of parkerizing they used, and then they washed it with some sort of acid,
and it made it green.
Yeah.
Before I read that, I thought, because you may not know this, but during World War II, a lot of green dye and green paint was taken off of production to be used for the war effort. There was a pack of cigarettes called Lucky Strike, and they were green. I guess their package was green, and they used to have this thing because they weren't green during the war times. It would say Lucky Strike green has gone to war. So they were utilizing green for camouflage, and I thought maybe that's what they did with the guns, but I was wrong.
I think it was an accident. Yeah, it was more or less an accident.
What if it came out pink? What if it wasn't green, it was pink?
I don't know. That would be interesting.
Think they'd repaint it?
Probably.
What do you think? You're gonna get some comments now.
Yeah. Bob Hartman. Hi, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Says, good news. AG. Oh, that's for you. That is fabulous. You had 1,000 subscribers.
Thanks to the help of this guy.
I didn't do much. The Crazy Scotsman. Good stuff. Some companies know customer service, others sadly do not. Isn't that the truth? We have Baron K. I don't think you find anyone as good as Ruger. You know, Ruger did take care of me really well with that. They do. I mean, they make like I said, they make a couple of really good guns that I like. The Mark II, the little 22.
I think was it the Mark IV, that one that looks a little like a Luger?
Well, yeah, it's all part of the series.
Yeah, we all grew up on those, but that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a fun gun.
It is. Peppered 88. He says, great idea telling your experiences from different companies. Thank you. I figured it would be something interesting to share. Oh, here's the comment. This is from Tom Smith. Here it is. The old method of parkerizing was zinc parkerizing with chromic acid. Am I saying that right? Chromic acid rinse. The chromic acid rinse caused the green color. And chromic acid is nasty stuff and not easily or readily available. Interesting. That is an interesting comment.
Then what you need to do is strip your gun and go find some chromic acid.
Yeah, sure. I got some in the basement.
You have a basement?
It's Arizona. I don't think anybody has a basement.
Nobody has a basement.
JSS Haas says, Happy Thanksgiving.
The Alamo has a basement. Sorry, go ahead.
The Gunfighter 45 ACB says, hot coffee is a great way to start out the cold morning. He's 50-50 on the customer service from Sig Sauer. I've heard a couple people mention that they had some so-so customer service from them. Edward Petty says, most American gun manufacturers have good customer service, and ain't that the truth?
Yeah. I just don't like the fact that, and this is not just the gun people, it's a lot of people. If you have a problem and you have to ship your gun back, it's my understanding that you have to ship it back at your own expense.
Yes, you do.
If it's their factory problem, then I think they should pay for the shipping. But
yep.
On the other hand, we all do it, so it's...
Eli Faust says, my auto ordnance two-tone machine slide cast frame, I still love it, and it still has a greenish finish. They do.
Oh,
the auto ordnance 1911 is one of the best World War II copies for the money.
Really? Do you have one?
I used to. I gotta buy another one at some point because it really is. The Inland is nice, though. I like it, but I felt like it was a little overpriced. Having to get rid of 2 guns in order to buy it.
Yeah.
But see, I wouldn't. If somebody was saying, well, if you already have one, why would you want the auto ordnance one? So I can have 2. Haven't you seen The Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Eli Faust says he likes the color of your jacket. Well, it's getting cold out here.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? You know why I like this jacket? Because Steve McQueen wore it in the movie The Hunter. I know you guys know what the movie that is.
Just so you know, when we were filming a few months ago in like August, September, he was wearing this coat.
What?
Yeah, you were in the mornings.
I was not.
Go back and check the video. You were
No,
wearing
don't go back and check the video.
No, I'm right.
Don't check the video.
Wearing a freaking parka in August, Arizona. But
Well, the heat doesn't bother me.
we shoot in the mornings anyway. It's still kind of chilly, so.
Mr. Zona Cat wanted. Within a week, we were supposed to get Tucson's version of winter with the highs in the 60s and the lows in the 40s.
There you go.
We need to enjoy it while we can. Thanks for the heads up on the gun companies. Really cool.
So Inland Arms didn't really ever come through for you, did they?
No, they didn't.
That's too bad.
I'm not going to fault them or anything, but whatever. I still like their gun. Okay. Greetings from Ireland. Generally speaking I find USA customer service great, above and beyond. Hey, Joe P says, good morning.
Hey, Joe.
Morning, Joe. Led 8541, great video. BATJAC, big thumbs up. Thank you, Led. Keep those tailgate drop videos coming.
Yeah, I haven't seen one in a while. You okay?
Yeah, I hope you're all right, man.
You run out of knives? I'll send you a knife.
He does have really good
He
knives.
has great knives, that guy. Wow.
I think that's everything.
Okay.
I think that's everybody. Hopefully I got you all in there. If you did comment, perhaps you did it after the filming of this video. That could happen. That has happened.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
What's your favorite movie with the 1911?
You just said it. Last Man Standing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to say that's a good one.
Yeah.
That
was so much fun, that movie. I think you told me later on, isn't that basically the Yojimbo or whatever it is?
Yeah, well, Yojimbo is the
Yojimbo.
original story, and then it was adopted for Fistful of Dollars.
Yeah.
And then it was
This is the
adopted
same
again
thing.
for the Last Man Standing. It's completely outlandish, but it's a good old fun movie. I always like that part where he breaks up the dinner or something. He goes, girl upstairs, and they go, what? And he just goes, boom, 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 boom. And
Yeah,
it's 67 bullets later, and he's drops 2 7-round mags.
Yeah.
Did you know Bruce Willis is left-handed?
No.
Yeah. Bruce Willis is left-handed.
Is he anti-gun though?
No, he's
Okay.
not. He's very pro gun, actually.
Good, good.
Yeah.
That would upset
Way to
me.
go, Bruce. You know who else is Johnny Depp?
Pro gun?
Johnny Depp.
Wouldn't have expected that for some reason.
Yeah. Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, yeah. George Clooney, I would imagine he's pro gun also.
That's a joke, right?
No, is he? Well, he and Brad Pitt are friends, so.
George Clooney's very anti.
He is? Yeah. I don't watch Entertainment Tonight. Sorry, guys.
I don't know. Hey, you know what? Really let me down was when I found out that Sylvester Stallone was anti-gun.
Yeah.
Because I grew up watching his movies. I mean, come on. What kid didn't? Well, I guess the kids now. But what kid did not grow up watching Rambo?
I don't know.
Who didn't grow up watching Rambo?
No. Well, you know what? Your age group is probably the last. I'm going to guess that Rambo is probably not watched by today's generation, just for the fact that it is. Well, have you gone back and watched it? It looked great in the '80s, but it doesn't really hold up as
I
well
don't know.
now.
I mean,
They're pretty good, but
I grew up with like, Raw Deal with, Arnold Schwarzenegger and,
Murder.
yeah,
I'm
Commando.
coming to get you.
Remember Sully? I told you I'd kill you last. That's right, Matrix. You did. I know.
what was the one he made? What was the one Sylvester Stallone made where he was? Did he make one with? Oh man, I just remember him having those big sunglasses on, and he shot like 1 million people.
Judge Dredd.
No, it was way before that. This is around the time of Rambo,
Oh.
and he had a snake tattoo.
Oh no, yeah, you're talking about Cobra.
Cobra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, dirtbag. Hey, dirtbag.
In the grocery store.
Didn't he have the big glasses in that one?
Yeah, he had weird glasses, but the thing was,
Cobra.
on his 1911, he had Cobra grips.
Oh,
There were white grips with a Cobra on them.
oh, I don't. So he didn't have a tattoo. He just had the grips.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, like, that's the one where he's like, in the beginning, he's like, he strikes the match on his gun or something. He lights a cigarette
Yeah.
or something. He's like, I don't know. He just.
Yeah. Don't bring up Judge Dredd again, please. God.
I saw it once.
No. And they remade it. Then they remake the movie.
Yeah.
Why would you?
I.
Was it better the second time? I didn't see the second one. But,
I don't know.
oh my gosh.
But see, like even at a very young age, I mean, I was already watching, like Dirty Harry,
Oh yeah.
and Doctor No, and all those great old Bond movies.
Yeah.
So and then I remember like I think it was like 8 or 10 or something when I saw the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, seriously.
Was it on TV or?
No,
did you guys
my
have it
dad
on?
rented it.
That's a little rough for a 10-year-old. But
I liked it. I watched it a bunch of times. It's part of the reason I like old horror movies.
probably got you hooked.
Yeah, that's why I love the Model 29 Dirty Harry, because I probably watched Dirty Harry more times than I can count.
Yeah, Dan and I were talking about this yesterday. We're talking about how what actually got you so into it, and was it the movie, or is there something else that's going on in your brain? I mean, why did you fall in love with that gun, the Model 29? What was it about that gun, or was it about Dirty Harry?
For me,
Using
it's
that
strictly
gun.
about the movie.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is. It really is. And the funny thing is, like, I am not so much of a shooter, which is odd.
He is too.
No, I mean, I enjoy shooting them, but I actually, for me, the biggest kicker is sitting there watching a movie and having the gun that I just bought because of the movie and having it on the coffee table and watching the movie.
Yeah, there you go. That's cool.
Yeah, that's really what, And it's like, I haven't even shot that inward.
Yeah. I did the same thing when I was gifted an old Army Colt. It wasn't a Colt, it was a Uberti. But I sat there and watched Outlaw Josie Wales for like,
Yeah.
I just sat there twirling the gun.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Isn't that awesome?
It is fun, yeah.
It's like too, like, I tried to do it with this jacket, but it didn't work. I think maybe the one that Steve McQueen had bigger pockets, but he keeps the 1911 in the inner pocket right here. and that's where he pulls it out. He tells the kid, he says, "Now you're not gonna run, right? Because it's too hot, and I don't want to chase you, and I don't want to shoot you."
Yeah.
I like when he goes in there and he talks to Ben Johnson, the sheriff, and he says, "You need to leave town, Mr. Thorson, without this Billy Joe." And he says, "Well, I have to, Sheriff. You know, it's why." He grabs a gun out of his old Colt 38 and he goes, "Don't argue with me, Mr. Thorson." He goes, "Goodbye, Sheriff." He goes, "Goodbye, Mr. Thorson." He leaves, and then Steve McQueen walks right back in the door, and then he goes, "Because he's my nephew. That's why he's."
Good movie.
That was a great movie, man. That was it. McQueen died all too young, man.
You know, I was just thinking about if he was still alive,
What kind of movies would he be making?
He'd probably be pretty old now, but 80s. He's still alive. But you think he would have been making action movies all the way up till?
Well, he'd be around. He'd be like the same age as Eastwood, wouldn't he?
So 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he would have continued making a lot more action movies.
He was a really good actor, though. So I wonder if he would have thrown a drama or two in there. 'Cause
He probably would have.
yeah,
You know which one I have not seen? I have not seen Le Mans.
What?
That one.
No.
Did you see that one?
Did you see Tom Horn?
Yeah.
Okay. Le Mans? No, I didn't see. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's the one I think it's a race movie.
Oh.
He's got a race car suit on and he's like holding up his hand or something. I don't know. Have you guys seen Le Mans?
Yeah.
The other one that there's a book. It's called The Last Mile. It's written by his wife, Barbara Minty, his last wife, after McCraw. Did you know Ally McCraw couldn't drive when she did the movie The Getaway and he had to teach her?
I wouldn't doubt that. That's cool that he taught her, though.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Well, he liked it.
Here comes the noise.
All right, guys. Well, I guess we'll
They
get out
found
of here
us.
and leave you to your weekend.
Yeah. Have a great
Thanks for
one.
hanging out with us, and it's been Saturday morning, and you have a coffee I'm gonna steal.